Now, you might know that England played a friendly the other day against Austria and we actually won. The result is not really important to me and I expect it's not important to you. What happened at the start and since matters though, and that's why I'm talking about it today. Some of you might remember my video featuring the Equality and Inclusion Director of the Football Association moaning about fans booing in the upcoming tournament. She obviously had a problem with paying fans protesting the players' Marxist-inspired protest that is nothing more than a worthless virtue signal. Well, it seems following her moaning the other day on Sky Sports, England fans booed loudly at the England-Australia game when the players took the knee. This obviously didn't go down well with the powers that be in football, with yet more talk of bans against fans who actually boo this at the football. I would say, can you believe it, but let's be honest, this is 2021. Clown world is actually a real thing these days. If it's batshit crazy, then you can be sure the lunatics out there are pushing it 100%. Now, obviously, to shape the narrative, the FA are actually making out like fans are booing the players directly, when we all know they're booing the Marxist political bullshit infecting the game like it has most everything else. The virtue signalling, race-baiting bullshit these idiots are taking part in has already ruined the Euros for me and many others, along with the Premier League season, I have been told. Personally, I would have loved to have gone and watched an England game as they are here in the UK this time, but with the knee-bending bollocks taking place and the government's lunatic swing to becoming like North Korea, that idea is well and truly out the window. You can bet your bollocks to a barn dance I ain't taking part in no fucking test and trace or test for this and bollocks for that just to watch the fucking football. No thank you very much. Now obviously, following on from these absolute legends up in Middlesbrough booing these sanctimonious tosspots, the snivelling shitweasels, like I said, have come out in force to condemn the racist football fans despite their booing not actually being about anyone's race. This Telegraph article is literally full to the brim of people condemning the fans for voicing their opinion while sitting there claiming the players have a right to protest but the fans essentially do not. These idiots of course forget that the fans pay their fucking wages and make the sport what it is. You ban the supporters for booing this knee-bending bullshit, you might as well close the stadiums. At the end of the day, the people attending and watching these games are members of the clubs or the England one at this point. In this case, it's actually the England Supporters Club, so they are the people you don't want to be banning. They buy season tickets and shit like that, which let me tell you helps keep the lights on. And while people might say yes, they get TV deals, but at the end of the day, it's only because they have so many fans that they actually get those TV deals. Without the fans watching or paying attention to their shit, these clubs are worth absolutely fuck all. But something I've said before, and so have many others, is that there are other things they can do, like kick racism out of football, which, let's be honest, has been there for I don't even know how long at this point. Why don't they show their support for that, instead of the knee-bending tosspot bullshit that we're getting here? Obviously, they wouldn't be booed, I would bet. But I suppose just to show you how demented these tosspots at the top of football truly are, just listen to this shit here that it says in the Telegraph itself. The FA is under increasing pressure to try and ban fans who boo, with the organisation issuing a statement in support of the players and making it clear it is not a political symbol and there can be no doubt as to what this gesture means in a footballing context. Yeah, it means absolutely fuck all because it's just virtue signalling, race baiting bollocks. This is something we know. But essentially what that's saying there is you can no longer boo players for doing something that you disagree with, despite that being the way the fans have voiced themselves forever when it comes to football. I mean, to even consider banning fans for booing should really be lunacy, but let's be honest, it's actual and natural reaction for these tosspots these days. The article itself goes on though. An FA spokesman suggested that further action might be taken against fans. We continue to work with the appropriate bodies to ensure that supporters are dealt with if they are deemed to behave in an actively discriminatory manner. If necessary, we would look to take further action against those individuals regardless of whether or not they are affiliated with our national team. So by that they can make out your booing is somehow racist, then they will use that to ban you, because banning you for booing makes them look stupid, obviously. Essentially, they'll be going on witch hunts to ban anyone caught booing for literally anything they can, proving to me the FA are some septic spots on the arse of humanity without any doubt. Now, it should also be pointed out that the Football Supporters Association has not once stood up for the fans in this. Instead, they are running around towing the FA's line and literally condemning supporters for booing when they actually have the fucking right to do it. What a surprise that really ain't. Now, obviously, after all this bollocks from the FA and people like that, I hope more and more people boo these twats, because you know what, fuck them. Maybe the tosspots at the FA would rather you did a few jazz hands or something like that if you didn't like what they were doing. Personally, like I said, I hope the fans boo every game after this, boo the FA, knee-bending players and any other twat that tries to vilify you for not wanting politics in sport. I mean, that should really go without saying, but let's hope the sheeple out there actually do it. The people in Middlesbrough Stadium certainly did that the other day and they have my respect for it. Now guys, thanks for watching. Remember the channel's social media links are down below, including my new website if you haven't checked that out. You can literally sign up, take part in our forums and get information directly from me, ask me questions and things like that. Like I said, the link is in the description, so check it out if you have not already.